Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our campaign at EU4. We get to finally play as a big country. Very excited about this. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're playing as Russia. We have a lot to do before we can actually unpause and actually fight this league war. I'm actually going to put I'm going to put a lot of effort into winning the league war. I just want to. I think it'll be fun. I do think strategically, if we're going for a world conquest, then winning the league war is really not important at all. And it's just a big, huge, costly waste of time. But we're going to do it anyway because we don't get to play this country for very long. And I think we can actually make Austria win. I honestly think that if we don't do it, the Austria will lose. Because Russia's just doing everything wrong. Everything wrong. He's got nothing but infantry fighting off against these ridiculously stacked armies that have tons of cannons, and we're at a stage of the game now where cannons do a lot of damage. 2.4 multiplier. That's more than anything else, even more than the Cav Shock multiplier. And he's running around with just pure infantry, which, yeah, they're good upgraded infantry. Fire damage bonus, sweet. But, dude, you can't do this. You can't have no cannons. So, especially with finished off ideas and the fact that we've got artillery combat ability right here. And, if I'm not mistaken, isn't there, yeah, okay, it's just a combat ability for the artillery, not a fire damage bonus, but still. All right, so a couple things. First things first, I've sorted the estates. The estates, bear with me, but there's a lot of land assigned to the estates. There's a couple reasons for that. Number one is we need these clicks, and number two is that when you embrace an institution, Paradox, in their infinite wisdom, still has not decided that embracing an institution should be based on the... Here, okay, let me just take a moment to explain this properly. The cost to embrace an institution is based on the number of provinces which haven't embraced the current institution. Not the percentage that they've embraced it, but just whether they have embraced it or not. So a 10 development province that hasn't embraced it costs X number of ducats. A 10 development province with 99.999% of the institution costs the exact same. But for some reason, even though that makes no sense, and it should be based on the percentage that it's embraced, I think, they have instead made it based on autonomy modified development, not the actual development. So what you can do to reduce your integration, your actual acceptance cost, is if you have increased autonomy in your provinces, it costs less to embrace. So not only do we get all these clicks from the estates, but also by assigning land and raising the autonomy, we actually reduce the cost to embrace the next institution. So there's two benefits to it. So I gave a lot of land in the White Sea node to the nobles in order to get their influence up. They weren't nearly high enough to get a good click. And also, since we don't care about the trade value and everything from this node as much, since we're mostly ignoring it, that's a good node to do that. I also tried to prioritize giving away land that's very, very far away from institution spread, because it's very, very unlikely that it's going to get the institution by the time we do it. So whether it's got 10% institution or 50% institution makes no sense. Unfortunately, the AI, before we started playing as Russia, has gone and wasted crap tons of money by doing this. They've turned on the institution spread edict in the whole damn country, and I can't turn it off until 16.11.8.4. So in 4 months, we can turn this off everywhere. This institution is the worst institution. Sorry, this edict is the worst edict there is most of the time. For the exact reason that I just outlined. It doesn't matter if you have, the AI is trying to beeline it right now to try to click this button. The second they can click it, they'll click it. Even though they've got all these edicts on. So they're tripling the cost of state maintenance in every province. Even though, with that stupid edict on, here's our development. Take an example, right? Here's a province, an area that has it. Let's take a look at institution spread rate. 0.06. Do you think there's any chance in the world that these provinces are going to actually get to 100% and reduce the cost of this click right here? Guaranteed he'll end up saving up enough money to do the click anyway, and all he's doing is tripling the the state maintenance cost in every single province for no reason at all. It's an awful, awful AI decision right there. But I was looking around as well for a state that we can consecrate so that we can get our our metropolitan thing up. But I also remembered that when you do the development, the clergy click, you get 5 patriarch authority as well. So I did that, which is why we're already at 10. Definitely, we're going to go for combat, because this is going to be a big war. We're going to go for the Icon of St. Michael, manpower recovery speed plus 10%, discipline plus 5%. I got the nobles loyal, so our manpower recovery is up to 801 per month, but this will make it even better, so let's turn that on. We're now at 861 per month, not bad. Based on the fact that we have 861 manpower per month, I am going to be deleting every single mercenary. I don't know why he hired them. He was ruining his professionalism to do that, which is stupid. Not to mention, if we had to, we'd be better off slackening standards than hiring mercs. Look at that huge click, 21,000 manpower. Anyway, let's do our fun clicks. We're going to go ahead and take 150 military points right now. The nobles will be disloyal again briefly, but that's fine, that's worth it. Next, we get a massive infusion of cash from the burghers. We're not going to do any development right now, unfortunately, because we are behind time on tech. We also want 150 diplo points, yes. We're not going to do the trade, the heavies click, because I don't care about that. Clergy, we're going to take 100 admin points. We don't need to keep them above 60%. And I already hired some inquisitors and that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, the Cossacks, I don't know what he did, but they are mad. They are like super mad, but they're also pretty darn influential. So since they're already mad, let's make them more mad and get some more army tradition. Taking us with 38, which will help out with morale and combat and all that stuff. We can be defender of the Orthodox faith. Just out of curiosity, how many countries are actually Orthodox right now? And for... It is in here, right? Religions? Yeah, religions. Okay. We want to find Orthodox. How many Orthodox countries are there? 3. Theodoro, and so becoming defender of the religion of the true faith doesn't really harm us aside from the tech cost, which is pretty minor. Morale of armies plus 5, the extra missionary, the monthly war exhaustion. I think that is definitely worth it. We are now the defender of the Orthodox faith, which means we can convert another province like Glazov. It's over here in this state. No edict active. Let's turn an edict on. This one is actually useful because it speeds it up and then you just turn it off when you're done, assuming you remember. Let's do that. Don't really care about the unrest there. Shouldn't matter. Okay. Ideas. I don't really see how trade range is actually going to help us right now, so I think we'll not take that idea. I think I would actually rather be ahead of time on Diplo Tech so we can get access to the trade depot, and that I think is just going to be better for us. So we're not going to take that just yet. We could take military tech now. Commonwealth is on tech 16. Ottomans are on tech 16. Denmark is on 17. Sweden is on 16. So we don't need it right this second. I do want the supply limit boost because we are really hurting for supply. Supply in this area is not very good. 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe at most. We can't put together like a 40 stack and reliably avoid attrition. Of course, we have tons of manpower, so we could probably take the attrition hit, but we'll see. One of the drawbacks to that supply limit boost, though, is that it is an additive increase. So we're not going to go from 26 supply up to 39 supply. We're going to go from a 220% multiplier to a 270% multiplier, which means that we're going to get 32 supply here instead of 26. It'll still help, but we don't need it right this second. So, a little infusion of cash definitely helped. I am thinking that we might want to do war taxes. Just think about how much money this is going to save us. Assuming we keep paying 38. We're going to pay more because I'm going to hire cannons. Let's say we pay like 50 ducats a month altogether. We have no modifier really, but it'd be 10% of that. No, 20%, right? 15%. It'd save us 7.5 ducats a month. Or 24 months. 180 ducats. Would I, if I had the opposite, if I could spend 180 ducats to buy 50 military points right now, would I do it? No, I'd be building buildings. Money's more important. More taxes it is. We have some war exhaustion, which we definitely want to keep down. We do not want to have a lot of war exhaustion building up over time here. The siege ability effect, the recruitment time, the manpower recovery, goods produced, all these things really hurt. So even though this is going to slow down our diplomatic idea group and also the next tech, I'm going to buy down war exhaustion once. Lastly, we want to change advisors. He's got reinforcement speed guy. I'm considering hiring this level 3 discipline guy. He's really expensive, but stacking discipline would be great. Fortunately, we have a few advantages in this war. For morale, we're up there, 5.11. We're already now at 110% discipline because of that icon of St. Michael. With that discipline advisor, we could actually have the highest discipline of any country in the war. One big advantage we have is we do have the second highest professionalism of any country in the League War, which is really pretty impressive. 46% professionalism is great. I don't think we can afford that level 3 advisor. Trade efficiency guy, on the other hand, is going to definitely make us more money than he costs. And improved relations is not useful right now. So let's make that trade. And then here, we make a lot of money from taxes and a pretty fair amount from production. National unrest guy is completely unnecessary. We don't have any unrest. We barely have any unrest anywhere at all. We afford missionary strength guy? Probably not. He's not necessary. This is a half price level 1 prestige guy though, so I guess we're going to take that guy. Not to mention prestige helps out with all kinds of things. Institution embracement costs, morale of armies, our aggressive expansion, our better relations over time, all kinds of good stuff, okay? So with all those changes now, we're only losing 2 ducats a month, which is great. I can't pay off that last loan, unfortunately. And we definitely need at least 10 cannons right now. Like, we have to queue 10 cannons, like right now. We go 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, not there. That's a bad spot. Where's our zone, our forts? I want them close to the front so that they can actually, like... No. Let's just play it safe. We're going to build all of the cannons behind the fort line. So, let's go like here. And we had just enough money to do it. We are on track to lose a little bit of money, so maybe I should hold off on building one of those cannons. But no, that's not true, because before this month actually ends, I'm going to definitely be deleting some mercs. So, okay. I think... Oh, wait, there was one more thing. I found a lot of things between episodes. I took a long time. When it came to consecrating metropolitans, metropolitans have to be of an accepted culture, and every province in the state has to be your religion. I noticed that there is a culture, Uralic, which we do not accept. It is one of the few cultures that we do not accept. We have a lot of available promoted cultures, and it's only a little bit of diplo points, so I'm going to go ahead and take Uralic as an accepted culture, which then allows us to consecrate metropolitan here. It does increase state maintenance by a tiny bit. More importantly, it's going to give us a little bit of patriarch authority, which is really quite nice. It'll allow us to keep on doing these icons over time, but it also helps out with missionary strength, and it gives us a little bit more manpower, which, of course, we're Russia, so... Okay. Next, what? We want to very carefully extract this army from the center of Europe without getting it dead. So let's go ahead and let the game run, finally. Sorry about the long setup, but hey, I think you can understand why, right? I might join that fight, that'd be okay. So what we want to do is we want to focus on knocking out Commonwealth first, then the Ottomans, and to do that, we're going to definitely position our entire armies along here. We're going to move in with big stacks of cannons and just knock down forts quickly, and then if we see huge armies, we back off and we let them suffer the Russian winter. AI is too stupid to actually do that, and they will just throw everything at the army, pure infantry against a cannon shield, a cannon wall. We're going to let the Russian winter do its job for us, and we're going to make them want to die, basically. Aggressive war exhaustion through the nose. That is not ideal. So he will be there on the 23rd. We are going to be there on the 14th. We actually get through on the 29th, or on the 1st, or on the 1st. You are my 2 maneuver general. Do we have a higher maneuver general? We do. Grab the 3 maneuver general. I don't care where he is. Go here. You need to get there quick. See, this is what we don't want. We don't want to be caught out in bad positions. I do have a diplomat available. I didn't really consider what I wanted to do with diplomats, but Austria, even though I think they're going to make me fight France, France hasn't rivaled Ottomans yet. I don't really like these allies at all. Maybe we should ally bomb on us. That'd be goofy. The Timurids are pretty strong. The Timurids won't ally us, though, because we are doing the whole thing with them. How about Ming? Ming, do you just want to be friends? Domineering attitude. Yeah, no. Let's improve with him for a while. Okay, I swear we will actually play a little bit. I swear. I just have to get this army extracted. I have to pause again for a moment, find my my mercs, get rid of those mercs. We're also ditching every cav because we've got to... Our cav are awful. Why do we even have cav? Cav are dumb. I don't like it. They just cost money. Horses cost money. Russia. You should know this. At least he's hiring lots of Streltsy, right? We have one more cav to find and kill. Take that horse out back and shoot it. You arrive on the 17th, so tomorrow. One day. There goes that cav, and let's also grab the mercs. We do still have mercs somewhere. They are not there, not there, not there, 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 they're here. Die. Okay. I also redirected some of these armies to try to get this siege started. We have literally no cannons. It's just all infantry, so these sieges are seriously going to be slow. We can't get out to the May the 1st. This battle is going to be, like, completely awful. It's going to be too slow. I don't think there's anything I do to save that army. It's just going to die. Russia is suiciding. He was, not me. He was suiciding way too many armies. All over the place. He didn't even have a damn leader out there. I mean, come on. I highly doubt we can survive the 2 ticks. I'm not even going to try. It's not going to happen. I mean, of course, we roll a 0 in the first phase, because why wouldn't we? Second phase, we roll a 6 versus his 12, and third phase, fire and stack wipe. Almost guaranteed. Let's improve relations with, Timurids, Bahmanis, people that are actually fairly strong that might theoretically become our friends. We are able to retreat if we can make it 3 more days, which means we're dead. Boom, stack wipe, 4 war score. Obviously. We fit 6 more troops here, so let's do that. We need to back off until we have access to the cannons. They need to be out here. It looks like he might actually be coming for this. He doesn't want me to go for that siege. So even with these extra troops, I am not comfortable doing this war. Doing this fight without cannons. So we're going to back off. Get behind the fort line. It's not time to go for this until we actually have the cannons to make it quick. We have a disaster building up. Our army's under attack. Yep. See, I knew that army was in a bad place. God damn Denmark. 2-star general 5-2 with 10 cannons against just nothing but infantry. Just cannon fodder. Russia. Russia. Why? Why you do this, man? Alright, so we're not actually safe with this zone of control here. We need to get behind Novgorod. Let's go to here. Yes, everyone go to there. If we survive until 4 more days. Nope. Thanks, Russia. Thanks for losing the goddamn League War by sending 20 stacks of pure infantry without leaders. God. Awful. Just awful. At least we're making money again, but jeez. That's just brutal. Did I actually just see drilling armies? No, reinforcement. Okay. Alright, where do we have the best supply? Over here. That's a safe location. Alright, soon I will fend off the Ottomans. I will do it. It will happen. It is a thing that is possible with a little bit of work. Okay, we need another 10 cannons. Like that needs to happen. We also need, so 32 supply there, 42 supply there. Just keep on swinging west. We're going to put together some actual combat stacks. And then we're going to move on to Lucky, and then we're going to try to go for the Polish capital if we can get down there, which is actually already occupied by Hungary somehow. We will systematically, tactically knock these guys out of the war once I have actually gotten these cannons trained up. So, all right, I'm going to take a short break here, and in the next episode, we will hopefully see some victories on our side instead of just defeat, 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 which is kind of what we're already used to here. All right, cool. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you again in the next episode. See you soon.